KTLA's Jennifer McGraw is live on the ground in downtown LA with the very latest. Jen.
Yeah, this is officially time for people to leave this area. It is an unlawful assembly. It is a face-off with the LAPD and police across our region against hundreds of protesters that are refusing to leave. We've heard the helicopter up above that said, ordered this mandatory dispersal. They say it is no longer a safe protest and they need to leave. We have seen dozens of officers now come to the line. They have been out here all day protecting the freeway, keeping the 101 freeway open and away from protesters. Yesterday, they stormed the freeway. Thousands of people were out here. Yesterday was also declared an unlawful assembly. We saw SWAT, we saw CHP, we saw LAPD and deputies making sure that people... Sorry, hang on. They mean business. Obviously a dynamic situation where people need to leave the area. It's a serious situation, especially for these officers and also protesters. They want to make sure that everybody out here is safe and nobody gets injured. They don't want to arrest these people. They just want them to go home. This protest is part of a national event. We have seen them from all across the region. This one possibly being one of the largest. Yesterday, there were also thousands of people out here. Sorry, trying to maneuver around. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Jen, it seems as though the crowd is largely peaceful to this point. Obviously, the police presence continues to increase. The dispersal order has been given, but typically they're going to give a cushion of time once that order to disperse is issued and before they start, actually taking more aggressive steps here. And I assume you're not seeing that at this point?
No, not necessarily. We have heard some of those rubber bullets, but I haven't heard anybody getting hit. We have seen people throwing projectiles at the police officers, and you can see that they are prepared in case people do become unruly. You're right. Most of this protest today has been safe, but ultimately it's blocking traffic. It has been blocking traffic for hours. These people have literally been sitting in their cars for hours while people have been walking around. And at this point, and what we find in a lot of these protests, they're normally peaceful and great during the day. And now we're seeing explosions. And this is what they're talking about. The officers, this is dangerous not only for them, but also for these people out here who are protesting.
Jen, what do you mean you're seeing explosions? We didn't hear any, we didn't hear it on our end here. So can you give us more details?
I'm not exactly sure, but we have just seen the projectiles fly into the air, and then we see sparks. We've seen beer being thrown at police officers. We've heard a lot of that today, burning rubber. There's been a whole lot of fumes out here. And generally, as the day progresses, it does become more dangerous and violent. They're now throwing glass at these officers who are just trying to get these people off the streets. And when you look around, there's hundreds of these protesters, if not thousands.
Yeah. All right, Jen. Stay safe and watch your six. Gil Levis in Sky 5 with a look from above at the scope of what we're seeing up close from Jen's vantage point. Gil?
Yeah, Mike and Cher, we heard from the LAPD. They're talking on their scanners about pushing the crowd north up Main Street to Cesar Chavez. They want them to move east on Cesar Chavez. So that's what that move was, that blocking force of LAPD officers moving in place on Main Street from right to left. They're pushing the crowd ever so slowly up Main Street. We do see what looks like bottles being thrown at the officers. Let me come in a little tighter. We can see things being thrown at those officers, a couple of items hitting those officers. But at this point, the LAPD is deploying more officers behind that first skirmish line there. And as I come out to a wide shot, you see the 101 freeway there. They want to push the crowd to the left of the screen, so they're going to move them in this direction here, all the way up to Cesar Chavez, at that point they'll send them east on Cesar Chavez. That's going to be to disperse the crowd. So it might be slow going at first here, but the LAPD has many resources on scene here to make that happen. But again, getting a little bit violent with items being tossed at the officers, and we're seeing some fireworks going off as well in the area. But so that's what's going on right now. You see some bottles being thrown from the back of the crowd towards those officers. But at this point, they're going to slowly make their way up Main Street here, across the freeway, and eventually to Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, that is the hope. Gil, can you give us a round, like a guesstimate of how many police officers are on scene? It looked like that they increased in number just in the last half hour when we first took this hit. And also protesters, you've been over this for some time now. Have the numbers of the protesters grown, diminished, you know, as the day has gone on?
Yeah, the count was about 600 protesters earlier when we were out here around 3 o'clock. It's grown to about 1,000 protesters right now, and it looks like they're starting to make their move to disperse them. So yeah, the crowd has grown larger, although fortunately they have not gotten onto the freeway. That's because the CHP has closed down all the on and off ramps, and the LAPD was deployed. As far as the number of officers, there's quite a few that have been deployed in this area, but they're also deployed ahead of the crowd to keep them on Main Street and pushing them towards Cesar Chavez. There should be some units that are east and west here along the freeway, but at this point there's probably about, I'd say about 100 officers just here on Main Street alone, here on the skirmish line and back a little bit further that are deployed here to help move that crowd. And
again, officers declaring an unlawful assembly, calling this situation unsafe on the scene here. Jennifer McGraw on the ground for us with another look. Jen?
Yeah, Micah, it doesn't appear that these people want to go anywhere, and so the officers are trying to peacefully push these people back. But again, we have seen projectiles being thrown at them. We've seen fireworks go off, and it does appear that the crowd is slightly dispersing. But again, people, and there's a skirmish you've seen with police are asking us to back up for their safety and our safety. And moments ago, we saw a line of officers run from one area to this area because things are starting to get dangerous and violent with these protesters and demonstrators who've been out here all day.
Yeah, you can see the skirmish line there on your screen right from Sky 5 as they're slowly trying to move that crowd, as Gil mentioned, up north and east on Cesar Chavez. That is the goal tonight, and with this protest growing in numbers from 600 to 1,000 from 3 p.m. to now, you know, that's going to be a tall task for sure. As you see, even there, we're looking at looks like the on-ramp to the freeway or off-ramp to the freeway there. You know, a whole lot of protesters, or at least near there. Not actually on it. And the good thing right now is at least it has not made it onto the freeway, but you know, that could very well happen like it did yesterday.
Yeah, they have blocked the off-ramps, the on-ramps to all of these downtown exits along the 101. So with a large presence from what I have seen, what we're witnessing, the crowds gathering on the overpasses, it's affecting the drive primarily southbound on the 101. It's a bit slower going through downtown LA. From what we have seen, but again, keeping the pedestrians or the protesters off the freeway is crucial, especially at this time of day. Gil Labus in Sky 5. Gil, looks like the vast majority of the people are heeding the order and moving ever so slowly to the north.
They did, Mike, and let me zoom into where they were just moments ago here on Main Street and Aliso on the south side of the 101 freeway. When the officers moved in with their skirmish line, they did push them all the way across to Arcadia. That's Arcadia and Main Street. So they're continuing to make that push slowly. Now, as I come out to a wide shot, you'll see Spring Street on the bottom of your screen, that bridge overpass there, and on the top is Los Angeles Street, where they did have the order of dispersal. One of the first ones mentioned around 4:30. The LAPD mentioned that they were going to disperse the crowd, but now they finally are doing it. And the plan, as I said before, is to move the crowd north on Main Street to Cesar Chavez and then out to the east. They don't want them going south into the downtown LA buildings itself. So they're moving everybody for the most part to the north up to Cesar Chavez. Let me come over to Cesar Chavez and show you the interchange or intersection there. A lot of traffic over there, so hopefully the LAPD will be able to get some units over there when the crowd arrives. But in the meantime, they're slowly pushing the crowd north on Main.
All right, Gil, thank you. I want to get back to Jennifer McGraw and what the situation is like on the ground. Jen, you know, these instances tend to be very tense, and but it looks like, at least from what we're seeing on Sky 5, that they are in large part, you know, agreeing to disperse at this point.
You know, Cher, it's just remarkable. I know that they trained for this and they're ready for this, but to see it in action is quite amazing. They have been able to keep these people from this area and clear out this intersection that has been shut down all day. We are hearing small explosions, people resisting, but so far it doesn't appear that anybody's been arrested. And it's like, sorry, that startled me.
Of course.
It's moments like that where they're hurting each other, they're hurting the officers, and that's why they wait till a certain moment, until it is absolutely necessary to make sure that people are off the streets and dispersing.
That looked like fireworks going off there on the ground, which is not safe, obviously, particularly in a large crowd like that. Jen, we heard reports that bottles were being thrown at officers. Have you witnessed any of that?
I'm sorry, Michael, one more time?
Have you seen any bottles being thrown at officers? We'd heard reports that that was happening.
Yes. Yes, several bottles I've seen and heard and projectiled across our way as well, and cans of beer. There's glass breaking everywhere, and it's not consistent, but it does appear to happen occasionally. But it looks like they are doing a really good job of getting people to leave, because these streets up here were packed full of people, and across the street, even if you can show that, Rollo, across the street, that was completely packed just minutes ago. And so it does appear that people are dispersing, they are leaving, but again, because they're being forced to, not because they want to. And it does appear that one area seems to be more aggressive, and the officers are focusing on the area near Arcadia, and you can see them. This is how they operate. They fix one area and then they run to the next, because it is a more imminent and dangerous threat to them, and obviously a serious situation. We've seen the fireworks go off there. We've seen things thrown at the officers. Let's walk over there, Rollo. We've seen things thrown at officers, and this seems to be the section where it's become the most aggressive. But unfortunately, now the road above us, Arcadia, is not being protected, so people are coming down this way. Now officers have people on both sides of them, which obviously is probably a serious and dangerous situation. And it is tense. It is very tense out here, not just for us, but for these officers. I can't imagine what it feels like to be face to face with these people who, sorry, things are being thrown, with these people who are refusing to leave, and now they're completely surrounded on both sides. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
All right, Jen, thank you. And I'm sure that if you are watching this right now, and if maybe perhaps you have to make your way through downtown Los Angeles, whether you probably want to know where to go. And so we have an update from LAPD Central Division. They posted on X that a dispersal order has been issued. All persons who remain at Arcadia, Main, Spring, and Los Angeles streets, I'm adding the streets obviously, are subject to arrest. Please leave the area. You must exit northbound to Cesar Chavez, and that is, you know, pretty clear. You know, you got to leave or you will be arrested. Let's go back up to Gil Labus right now. Gil, you know, I mentioned those streets of Arcadia, Main, Spring, and Los Angeles, and you've also been reporting that everybody is being pushed toward the north and to Cesar Chavez and east. Can you give us an idea of what motorists should know about this area and really what to avoid? Are off-ramps closed? Are they blocked? Are on-ramps? What should we know?
Yeah, it looks like the majority of the the on and off ramps in this area from the 10 freeway over to the 4 level, the on and off ramps are shut down by the California Highway Patrol and assisted by the LAPD here. So you really can't get off the 101 freeway through the downtown area here. So that's good news. But there are people trapped on surface streets like here. This is going to be off of, I believe this is Main Street or this is Los Angeles Street here. Los Angeles Street has a backup on it. So does Main Street here, probably the most congested because that's where the major part of the group was. Now they've moved here pretty far north of the freeway past Arcadia, and they're starting to spread out here and dissolve the crowd here. But yeah, the surface streets in this area, not good, especially Main Street. You're going to want to avoid coming into the downtown LA area until this is resolved. But in the meantime, here's a look at Spring Street, and you see quite a few people still on the bridge there over the 101 freeway. But the LAPD is not so concerned about the people there. They're mostly concerned about the main group, and it looks like they've done a pretty good job of moving them away from the freeway at this point. But we do still see some items being thrown, some traffic cones being thrown at the officers and bottles as well. But they're doing a pretty efficient job here of moving the crowd ever so slowly up towards Cesar Chavez.
You know, a lot of those people probably trying to just get to the freeway to get home. So it looks as though your best bet might be actually to work your way either east toward the East LA interchange or to the west, out west of the 4 level, and try and jump on the 101 on either of those ends of the situation and try and avoid this area, obviously directly downtown where Los Angeles goes over the freeway. And again, this is Main Street, so it's right along the freeway, right along the 101. Gil, what's this doing to traffic on the 101?
You know, the 101 is, well, it's pretty heavy. Let me pan over real quick and show you the 101 northbound. This is coming away from the East LA interchange. It is jammed coming into the 101 freeway here. This is the 101 here off the 5 and the 4 or the East LA interchange. That is pretty heavy as it moves through downtown. Once it gets through downtown going towards the 4 level and up to Hollywood, it starts to even out there. But look at the 110 freeway. It is also jammed. That transition road from the north 110 to the, that would be the eastbound or southbound 101 freeway, is completely shut down with all those units from the CHP blocking that ramp. So it is heavily congested. If you don't have to come down to downtown LA, stay away, don't do it, because this is going to be like this for quite a while.
Yeah, unbelievable. Look at that. Gil, thank you. We will come back to you in just a moment, but we want to go down to the ground again. And Jennifer McGraw, and it looks like, well, that they brought the band.
Yeah, it looks like they came around this area and popped up the band, and there they go. And just moments ago, somebody threw a drink at us. A lot of people, when it becomes rowdy like this, there's just absolute no respect. It's just harrowing to see these officers doing what they're doing and keeping these people out of the area. They have managed to keep them and push them quite a ways down different streets. But the problem is, once again, they're surrounded. So they have the band and then people on this side who don't seem to be causing too much trouble. But again, the resistance across the street is still going on, and officers are still trying to push people back from there. But this is quite the task. You saw the hundreds of people that were out here told to go home, and obviously have no plans on doing that.
That might be a first. A band shows up at an unlawful assembly and in the face of a skirmish line begins to play music. Again, this is all part of A Day Without Immigrants. This gained momentum online and has been a day of protest in major cities across the country, not just Los Angeles. We saw something similar yesterday in downtown Los Angeles, but today, law enforcement closing off the on-ramps, the off-ramps of the 101 freeway to prevent the protesters from making their way onto the 101, as we saw yesterday. Be that as it may, the traffic is still really, really challenging, especially on that northbound 101, or if you're coming north on the 110 and think you're going to get to the 101, it's shut completely. And again, all the off-ramps and the on-ramps are closed. So There you see the southbound traffic is moving fairly well. The northbound traffic is at a crawl, which isn't atypical this time of night on a weekday. I mean, that's a challenging stretch anyway, made all the more so by the thousands of people in the streets now that are protesting. And LAPD, again, has declared an unlawful assembly. They're monitoring this from the air, and they've got hundreds and hundreds of officers on the ground trying to get this situation that they deem to be unsafe to disperse and get the protesters to disperse and head on home. We'll see how this unfolds. What we're doing is watching this very patiently, and that's going to be the key for law enforcement as well, is patience in a situation like this that can often get tense.
Yeah, you see them moving the crowd methodically, just ever so slightly, and they're starting to get them to move in that northbound direction where they do want them to go. And as long as they're off Arcadia and Los Angeles streets and also Spring and Main, then okay, they're moving them along there. But if anybody is going to be on those streets, which has caused so much traffic and really a headache for a lot of the people trying to get through downtown Los Angeles, the LAPD Central Division did send a post out on X that they will, protesters who are on those 4 streets, Arcadia, Main, Spring, and Los Angeles, will be subject to arrest. So maybe perhaps you have a family member that's down there or a friend and they've told you that they're protesting. You might want to give them that tip, time to get out and time to move on.
Yeah, Gil, is in Sky 5. Gil, a large number of people there on the overpass of the 101 freeway. I'm wondering if they're still there. I know just a few moments ago we saw it begin to clear, but in other spaces, maybe not so much. What do you show?
Yeah, here definitely Mike can share. This is Spring Street. The crowd is still there. It looks like maybe 50 people that are on the overpass there. Now, Los Angeles Street, I'll come over. That's Main Street in the middle. This is Los Angeles Street, has mostly been cleared. It looks like pretty much has all been cleared. They pushed some of the protesters here along Arcadia. That's Arcadia there with the ambulance. But what happened was they got the crowd to go north on Main Street here. Right there, that crowd was on Arcadia. Now, the problem with that was they had already moved the main portion of the crowd that were on Main to this position. So LAPD had some protesters behind that skirmish line. So the officers made another skirmish line here to keep those groups apart and away from those officers to the north. So what they do with this group here, it sounds like they're going to move them along on Arcadia to Spring Street and then north on Spring Street to Cesar Chavez, which eventually they'll go east on Cesar Chavez. So a little bit of a debacle there with the LAPD's skirmish lines, but at this point it's moved away from the freeway nonetheless, with the exception of the group that's on Spring Street. And it looks like LAPD's not too concerned about those 50 or so protesters over the 101 freeway at Spring.
And Jennifer, on the ground, and I know it was a bit tense there for a moment, and unfortunately you were, in the line of fire with these projectiles, if you will, that they actually threw something at you, which is upsetting, of course. But nonetheless, now there's this ban that's happening, and talk to us a little bit about what the mood is like at this moment. Are they moving? Are they thinking of moving, or just going to stay right there?
A lot of people are just staying right here, and it appears that they're staying over there as well. But we talked about it earlier. This has been a peaceful protest for the majority of the day. And I want to bring in somebody who is a family guy who wants to talk about why they're out here to begin with. Christian, talk to me about why we're here.
We're here because we're tired of always getting the finger pointed at us. They swear like we're such bad people. Honestly, we make this economy function with our fruits, vegetables, some of the hardest working labor you've ever seen. Let's be honest, Americans don't want to do it. So we're here representing pa la raza.
So you've been out here throughout the day, and the officers have ordered this an unsafe area and for everybody to go home. What do you say to that?
I say that doesn't matter what they think. Everyone seems like they're having a good time. This is for our people, man. My parents can't be out here, so I'm out here.
Christian, thank you. And that has been the sentiment, Sharon, Michael, all day that we've been hearing from people from Latin America, and a lot of people out here. Obviously are feeling very strong feelings right now with the administration. A lot of people are telling me that they're fearful for themselves, for their families who've immigrated over here. We've heard from the president, who said that he's focusing his efforts on getting rid of the criminals in America, but families are still in fear that no one is safe, especially with 1,000 people being deported daily. And it appears that people are going to stay out here for quite some time, but it seems as though the crowds have certainly died down.
All right, Jen, thank you. We apologize for the profanity. That's one of the challenges you face when we cover something like this. Gil, in Sky 5, we understand there might be drifting going on. I'd heard this happening earlier today as well, a lot of spin-outs.
Yeah, we did see a lot of cars doing that. They were smoking their tires in the midst of the group. But right now, the first portion of the group, the initial group that moved through, they're right next to Alvera Street right now, and they're right here on Main Street. Now, the secondary group that got behind the initial skirmish line is here, and I believe that's where Jennifer is. That's where the band is, and they're going to likely move that group out towards the right of their screen or along Arcadia. But yes, we have seen some drifting. We've seen some smoking tires. We have seen some people on scooters and motorcycles going wrong direction against traffic at times. But for the most part now, it looks like they've pretty much broken up the crowd pretty well here on Main Street. A lot of people have left, have gone up to Cesar Chavez and dispersed in different directions. Here's a look at Cesar Chavez, and you really don't see much of an issue there. So for the most part, that group that was about 1,000 looks like it's been cut at least in half at this point. And the two main groups are here on Main Street, just north of the 101 freeway.
The LAPD doing good work in order to cut that protest crowd from 1,000 down to half in just half an hour, and so their method is working, and it's very interesting to watch as you come on air or on a story like this, and there's just 1,000 protesters in every which direction, and the effectiveness of the LAPD's tactics to move the crowd along and into the direction that they want them to be, away from the freeway, away from the surface streets, and then eventually, hopefully, home. Again, police have declared an unlawful assembly here in downtown Los Angeles. So for those that are sticking around after that declaration of unlawful assembly is made, these people have the chance of getting arrested. That could be their fate. So they need to move it along and not test the patience of the LAPD.
It looks in some quarters as though it's a celebratory mood here. Again, this is a Day Without Immigrants protest. They are protesting the policies that have been put in place by the Trump administration. Frankly, this is going on across the country, not just here in Southern California. But we did see this here in downtown LA yesterday. And again tonight, as day turns tonight, we see that the large group of protesters has, in essence, been split in two. It looks as though a number of people are heeding the dispersal order, are leaving the area. And as typically you'll see, there's going to be a smaller group that refuses to leave, and law enforcement will deal with it as it comes. But to this point, we have not seen, from our eyes on the ground, anyone being arrested, although we did see projectiles thrown at officers, bottles and other things. We've seen fireworks going off in the crowd here and there. Not a lot of it, a little bit of it. And then you see, sections of a crowd that decide, okay, it's time for us to move on, as you see there live from Sky 5, and they begin to move. But again, there's going to be a much smaller number of people that refuse to leave, as opposed to an entire large crowd that refuses to